everyone, I am Natasha Jain and today we have Mr. Rajat Jain who will explain a bit about his company known as TechScarp. So stay tuned. Hello Rajat Jain,
Hello, good morning, Natasha.
how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Okay, so let's start with the questions.
Sure.
So the first question is, can you tell me a little bit about your journey up till now?
Yes, I have done my textile engineering way back in '94, and after that worked for 7 years in different companies, rather different countries. Then 2001, I went to United States or USA to do my masters. I did my masters from University of Illinois, which is quite a reputed institute and located at Urbana-Champaign, quite close to Chicago. Worked in US for some years. Then 2005 decided to come back to India. Till 2012 altogether worked for around 18 years, and since 2012 till now, which is around 8.5 years, I have my own business organization which we call as a TechScarp Consulting Private Limited. So that's what I've been doing for last 8.5 years and really enjoying this journey.
That's really great. So next question, how did you come up with the name TechScarp?
That's also a story. One fine day, the place where I was working, that organization was bought over by another company or another management, and they decided to remove entire top line. And of course, I was one of the general managers, so even I have to go. And then I had no option. Either I have to find another job or maybe start something of my own. So I decided to start my own business. So one of my friends, he was quite innovative, and he suggested name combining textiles and carpets, combining these two initial words as tex and carp, as we call it as a TechScarp. So I was really glad the way, because that was a good suggestion,
Yeah.
and that name really goes well with what we do. So that was really a friend's suggestion, and he was very kind enough to suggest, and we adopted that as a name.
I'm sure the name is really close to your heart.
Yes, absolutely. Name is close to heart as well as company is close to heart as well. So certainly both are very close.
So let's go ahead with the next question. What inspired or motivated you to start this company?
This is something which I always wanted to do. I mean, even from my college days, I always had that entrepreneurial streak in my mind or in my behavior. So even during college days, I tried few things which were small businesses at that point. But as a student, of course, I couldn't take a big leap at that time. And fortunately, I got good companies to work with. So I decided to continue working till one fine day when I was laid off and I had to really think about something. It just naturally happened that I just started my own organization. But the learning which I had during my job,
Yeah.
that became kind of a foundation stone to build this organization. So I would definitely like to thank all my employers who gave me that know-how about business. And when you say about inspiration, it was just not for myself, but I also wanted to maybe recruit young team who would be quite talented and provide a kind of a opportunity for them as well to work with international customers, travel in different countries, and as we have clients now in 14 different countries,
Yeah.
so our team gets chance to go out, meet them, interact with our customers. So I'm really glad, just not for me, but a team of around 30 people with whom we work together, that they are also getting an opportunity, a better exposure to build themselves. So that's where we are at TechScarp now.
Wow. So next, what are the services that you provide?
We primarily work with carpet manufacturing companies. These are the companies who make carpets for hospitality industry. If you would look at hotels like Marriott's, Holiday Inns, so these are different hotel chains all around the world. So we work with the companies who supply carpet to these hotels, or a cruise liner, or an airport. So we work with carpet manufacturing companies. They send us their AutoCAD drawings, from which we work out how much quantity would be required for that project, and then we also give assistance on designing side of it. So we primarily provide two services. One is product or quantity estimation, and second is about actual designing of the product. So these are the two things which we do. So most of our team is very creative. they have either degree in Bachelor of Fine Arts, or they are civil engineers or interior designers who are really good at AutoCAD. So anything related to AutoCAD, textile designing is something which you can do, but we are primarily focusing on carpet designing.
Okay.
That's our core strength.
Thank you. And what is the basic information that a person should know about your company?
We are a value-driven company.
Okay.
Our core purpose, which we have written in the office as well as we share with entire team all the time, is we create and add value. So our focus is not money. Money is a byproduct. So whenever we work with our customers, we first try to find out where can we help them. So we are not looking at business just for one day. We look for a long-term relationship. So we help them to explain us where we can help them actually. So we try to understand their problem, then we really become partners in their business. We try to help them to eliminate that problem or see if we can provide that solution. So one is, of course, we are value driven organization, and we would help our customers to be profitable or get services in the areas where they need. So that's what even though we are only limited to carpet designing, but we do connect with a lot of other organizations in different ways if they need any help.
Wow. So, what are the important criteria which lead to the success of your company?
Good question, Natasha. I think that is something when I started organization, of course, we did not had like a plan or what you can say blueprint that how business is going to go for next 1 year or 5 years or 10 years. But now when we look back in last 8 years, I can certainly share some of these things which made us at least we are on the path of success. Very first is to be honest with the customers.
Okay.
Whenever they are sending us their information or when they ask if we can do something or not, we honestly give them the answers. We do not tell them lies that if you cannot do something, we tell them no, we cannot do this. Second thing is we also meet our commitments. If we have said that we will send you a project in 2 days, then our team really puts in efforts. They try everything, they put in their best efforts to send project in 2 days. If at all they are not able to do it, they would communicate that well in advance. Not at the last minute, or we do not want customers to chase us.
Right.
So I think that is one of the big takeaways which I would like to give anybody who would like to be part of either product or a service, that respect your customer. Let's not let them chase us. Rather, we should be proactive enough to give them updates about how we are doing a project. Second criteria I would say is learning. That as an organization, we should be always willing to change. We should be always willing to learn. To give you an example is right now we all have gone through this pandemic situation of
Right.
COVID. So our team used to work from office environment earlier, but this was a change for everybody. So all of them are working from home now, and we use Zoom meetings, we use Microsoft Teams, we use Skype calls to interact amongst ourselves, to interact with our customers as well. So it has given a new dimension to the business.
Hearing your thought, it is very clear that not only you but your company is disciplined as well as punctual.
Yes, I think anything in life, if we look at any successful people, let's take an example of Sachin Tendulkar, whom we all respect as a
Yeah.
great sports person and an achiever as well. He's great success in his field.
Okay, one last question.
Sure.
What is the one tip that you will give to all the entrepreneurs out there?
That's again very good question, because even for me, when I shifted my hats from an employee to an entrepreneur, uh, a lot of times we get distracted with things like oh, there is a lot of money in that profession or that business. Somebody else is doing something, hence we think of copying it, or we would like to just do it because everybody is doing something.
Right.
My suggestion would be listening to our heart, and first identifying what is that I am passionate about. If you think that you're passionate about something, and if you could acquire skills related to that, and then if you have an idea to generate some kind of a business model around that, I think your chances of success will be very high, because even if there are difficulties, I am sure you will find a way to surpass those and move forward, make it a success, and you will never feel tired if it's your passion area. So I think first spend some time on identifying passion, build skills, and take it forward. Move with that, make it as a profession or a business, and I think you would be the happiest person in the world by doing that.
I'm so glad you found your niche and grew into it.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you for coming here, Rajat.
Thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts with you, and wish you all a very great day ahead and a wonderful
Same to
career.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.